Still just need to clean up. And so I'm realizing that because I'm sick, like I said earlier, that the tendency is to want to lay and bask in your sickness, for lack of a better word. But as y'all know, I am in no position at all to do that. Y'all don't know the half. So I'm going to use y'all for support as always. And I'm going to start cleaning up because that's the biggest thing, I think, in any situation. Again, I need to have a fairly clean environment, at least organized environment, or an environment that appears to be organized. And right now, this is not it. So the closet, I can live with all the stuff, junk in the top. At the bottom, I have all the utensils and stuff, but we're gonna need to change that because over the past couple of weeks, I've accumulated some dirty clothes. So the dirty clothes is what needs to go into this section here. This was an extension that I used for my desk. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it in the closet in a way that makes sense. At least not right now. So I'm gonna set that aside. Continuing on with the dirty clothes. Um, my towel is gonna stay out because it is what it is for right now. Um, so yeah. Um, I don't. I just find like the employment thing really just. I mean, that whole situation was really weird. And like I said, I have everything documented. As soon as I get everything organized, I'm gonna sit down and I'm actually gonna read to you without giving out any personally identifiable information what it was, as long as tell you like the whole thing from beginning to end, because it's really weird. There's no way that I think that anybody would think that's okay. It's one thing to like um, lie to a person individually and mislead, and then that person's the only one. But then when it comes to situations where like you have a whole group of people, like what was told to me was one reason. Then I was caught on the slide with someone else saying they were told this other reason. But then when I thought about it, I was like, I shouldn't really take heed to what this person is saying because this person has lied to me in my face, in the brief time that I've known them. So I was like, but I'll just keep it on the low and try to find out what's going on because I don't want to turn it into a whole crazy situation. So I go to find out, like, what the heck is going on, I was told this, but I'm hearing rumors there's something else. And then at that point, I'm told a whole different story that's not at all feasible because the person that they named in that story was somebody I don't even haven't interacted with at all outside of being a participant in a class. So I'm just like, what in the world? And this is like a professor to participant in the class, so it's just crazy. I know, like I said, there's a lot of weird things that are going on in general. So, I just want to get down to the bottom of that, and I want to at least share that story in full. I don't know what my situation is right now as far as am I going to be able to get everything together to a point where I'm able to sit down and share that. Also, some other weird things. Like, I don't know, like for people that post, I know for me, I have like recommended channels or something like that, or related channels that are on the side. And I never really paid any attention to that because, when I look at the screenshots or the little thumbnails of whatever the related channels are, they're single women. So yeah, I can see how somebody might think that would be related. Then one day I was bored, and out of boredom, I clicked on a couple of those channels. And when I clicked on those channels, it kind of creeped me out because some of those channels were very creepy to me. Like there was one lady that was just like, it scared me a little, to be honest with you. The one lady was like screaming about something. She was like on Tourette's, like screaming about I'm not gonna say the name, but it's still interrelated. She was screaming about how other people post news or whatever, and nothing. And she was actually angry. Now I had a situation where, again, I'm a very natural person, so you know that's why I kind of left my other channel for a little bit because it cut off the amount of time I was able to record, and I didn't want to continue on there. So after a period of time, I guess they'll reinstate it to its original whatever. And I was a little disappointed myself that you know it was nothing rude or anything going on, but that it was flagged or whatever and whatever. And I got some personal comments from people that were just like, You know it's gonna get flagged, right? Because it's gonna be haters. And I'm like, it's nothing to hate. I'm just doing the same thing I normally do in my natural state. But it did, and but I didn't think nothing of it. You know, it was not a big deal where I ranted and raved about it or screamed and shouted about it. You know, it's their thing. They can do it however they want to. I'm a person that posts on Craigslist and stuff like that for conversation. So, and I get flagged daily for nothing. You know, so I didn't think twice about it. But this lady was like, it was scary the way she was screaming about it, like, ah, la, la. And I was like, oh my goodness, you know, it's really not that serious. So, and I viewed a couple of other things, which, you know, looking at the channel, it was kind of weird. And I don't like the word weird because I've been called weird too. But weird, when I say weird, I mean like creepy, like scary, like uncanny. And I had to look up the word weird. And what made me look up that word was like after seeing all these channels that to me were very weird, weird, the related channels. Then I had channels of people that to me appeared to be fairly attractive people. I didn't really see any black people. I think today was the first time I saw a black person. But you know, at first it seemed like a real, really natural, okay, but every single one of them was scary to me. Like it seemed like a really natural channel. But then I started noticing these women were talking about breastfeeding. Why is that under my related channels? I'm not breastfeeding. I'm not going to breastfeed. So that was just weird to me. And the thing about it is that they're under my related channels, so I'm clicking on related channels because I'm trying to see what content YouTube think is related to me, and that's what's on there. I don't breastfeed. I don't know. I don't breastfeed. I don't look up anything on breastfeeding. I don't know why that's on my thing, you know. So it just kind of made me feel a little uncomfortable because everything I have is out in the open. What other kind of channels did I see? Then I had some channel with some black woman, and I talk about energy too, but she was talking about. I mean, it was creepy the way she was talking about it. Like she was talking about actual like voices and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell? So just some really weird things. And when I get a chance, I want to share that too, because that's like do like maybe a screencast of it, so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Because I don't want to name any names. And much respect to those people with those channels, because I mean I don't know. I didn't look at the comments. I wonder if the comments are similar to the ones that I get on mine, but. I mean, respect to them because obviously, like I said, everybody has their reason for posting. Like for me, it's just backup because I really have little support. So it's just a way for me to have backup. So I'm sure they have their reasons too. Maybe it's the exact same reason, but then you have people like these normal, healthy looking white girls, and they're breastfeeding. I'm not breastfeeding. I'm not. That's not something. I mean, why would that even show up under my recommended? I'm kind of offended that I don't know, not offended, but I'm kind of none of that stuff makes sense. It shouldn't be under my channels, you know. But it is. If you have YouTube channels and if you look at your related channels, and if the ones that they consider to be related to yours seem completely weird, I want to know about it because it just seems off to me. Um, Speaking of that, YouTube also has this new thing where it autoplays. Like if you click on one video, it'll just autoplay everything that it thinks is in the same genre. You can turn it off, of course, but if you're a person that don't really watch videos that much, or you're just using the one particular video you saw as that you were interested in as background noise while you're doing what you do, um, you know, and you see that it's rolling on to the next video, more than likely you're not gonna go out of your way to try to stop the autoplay or whatever because you're busy. That's the whole purpose. It's like somebody having music on the background while they're cleaning or whatever. You're busy, so you're not gonna do that. But it's disturbing to me because I might start off because it goes from one thing to another and it just gets bigger and bigger. And this is not stuff that you would normally watch. And again, in the new world that we live in, all your stuff is being monitored. So somebody could mistake the fact that this video rolled over to something else for this being something that you're actively looking up when it was on autoplay. For instance, I don't know what I was on. I think I was on something just out of interest. I just wanted to see this one video, something about creepy photos. So I didn't realize it. I'm sick. I'm laying here. Next thing I know, it's gone over to Faces of Death and all this other crazy stuff. I'm like, oh no, I can't. I can't do that. So, of course I stopped it. And it's good, I guess, because it got me up and doing this, and these were clean, but what happened is that I had a banana, and the banana, I guess, did its business after a while on that. Um, so yeah, so I'm getting there. Like I said, it's not a whole lot. It's just the fact that, me rummaging through clothes to get dressed and whatever else. But I know definitely, like my mom used to tell me that um my dad used to say cleanliness is next to godliness. And my mom used to be like, because when I'm good, I'm real good, meaning everything is spotless. But when I'm bad, this is what you get. And my mom used to tell me, like, when I got bad, and the excuse I used to use was, I'm artistic. My environment is a reflection of me. And it was cute back then because it was a nice, cute reflection, but this is not a good reflection. Um, but anyhow, like I was about to say, um, yeah, and she used to be like, I'm surprised you don't get nightmares. And actually, I'm surprised too. Not that I'm inviting that, but I kind of am too, to be honest with you, because this is pretty bad. I do miss like my channels being able to record as long as I want and I can't hear. I think I did something where I tried to, but it stopped it because that way I can continuously clean, and you're not getting like 20 videos of me intermittently cleaning. So it's more effective for me. But I lost those privileges, so yeah. And I can regain them, but I guess I forgot there was something you had to do, like verify a phone number. I don't know, something that you could do to regain it. I thought I did it, but obviously it wasn't good enough for our friends at YouTube. So, all right, so I'm getting there. I hate to take everything off this chair because that's what I do is I pile everything on here so that I can get to everything else. But then when I need a set to reboot, add another video, then I have to move everything off because this is where I sit to do my stuff. So anyways, that's part one of cleaning, and we're going to continue on.